Have you ever felt that silent moment when someone looks into your eyes and says something, but somewhere in the heart there is a stinging suspicion that perhaps the truth is not being spoken before you? In a fast, busy, and sometimes lonely country like America, where all the talk of meeting is mostly on text, social media, or virtual meetings, the lie gets even finer. The point here is now to identify the truth of the white lies of the office, friendship, family, or partner, not just children's lies. Many times, we accept the whole point of the front because of our innocence or trust. Especially when you are alone, abroad, or away from your community, the more connect a person wants to be, the more they can be at risk of deception. In America, just smiling or saying good morning is the measure of relationship or trust. In such a situation, if someone is lying intentionally, compulsively, or because of fear, it becomes even more important to recognize it, because here you have your own investigation, your gut feeling, and a little common sense. But the question is, why does a person lie? Does he want to turn the truth into a lie, or simply protect himself, his situation, or the front man from confusion? In a rapidly changing, practical, and independent culture like the U.S., people often save their social image through lies, avoid awkward situations, or hide the truth because of competition, jealousy, or fear. Sometimes people do not want to hurt others, sometimes to hide their mistakes, sometimes just to lie without blinking for personal interests. No matter what lies are told, it has a special identity. The world's largest FBI, CIA, or counterintelligence agents also say no lie can hide forever. Human beings train as much as they want. Whether they practice as a lie, body language, eyes, a light smile, a flutter of voice, or micro-expressions leak the raw truth every time. And what's interesting is that these things, be it the meeting room, the Starbucks line, the Zoom call of the class, or the chat window of a dating app, can be caught everywhere by research and practice. The most special way is to read eye gestures. In American culture, direct eye contact is considered a symbol of honesty. However, when lying, either a person begins to steal your eyes or looks at you with an inexorably deep eye, as if he is observing your every action. Someone repeatedly blinks. Someone tries to stick a sight in one place. Someone suddenly starts feeling awkward. These small changes are a sign of his anxiety. The micro-expression of the face is like a magic mirror. From American police to therapists, micro-expression detector tools keep learning. When a person lies, his face cannot hide everything. The eyelids suddenly fall off, the movement of the lips stops by itself, or the muscles of the face freeze for a while. A true smile always goes up to the eyes. Those little lines, called laugh lines, while a false smile is only reduced to the lips. Body language also says a lot. If a friend, boss, or partner is lying, they often stop the normal hand movement, put their hands in their pockets, or suddenly start to guard themselves while sitting open, like tying their hands on their chest or holding something. In meeting, group conversation, or interview, if someone's body becomes tense, or they touch their face, nose, or ears again and again, understand the issue. The pattern of the voice is the most powerful indicator, especially when interaction is virtual. If the front suddenly starts speaking fast, slow, or flat, repeatedly saying, well, or thinking too much, it is likely that instead of telling the truth, the brain is managing its fear. Very often, people's voices go into monotone, that is, the same speed, the the same sound because the mind is multitask. One lies, the other keeps himself calm. If the story changes frequently, every time small facts change, that is, chronology, timing, or special things, this is also a big red flag. If a person gives too much detail or runs a big cleaning campaign for small talk, then the truth can be hidden there. In the American environment, where privacy and personal space are very important, if one becomes extra defensive or hyper-detailed, especially if one keeps giving casual, fun, neutral, or irrelevant details, one may have a lie hidden somewhere in his mind. Catching a lie is not just the strength of film detectives or agents, but even an ordinary person can make it an effective weapon in his everyday life. In officially smart countries like the U.S., where every interaction, "How are you?" and people are considered to be adept at hiding emotions, there, if you can read these invisible lies, you will never fall into emotional or financial trap. The culture here trains a kind of soft lie. People often hide the truth in the name of saving someone from getting hurt. People use white lies to manage profiles on dating apps, funny promises of friends, networking of the office, negotiation of lease from the landlord, or small talk from a customer. But the real success becomes the one who understands the difference between emotion and vibe. That is, no matter how bright you are in front of you, your instinct gives the right signal. Some American experts believe that storytelling or lying is the first evidence imbalance between words and emotions. Meaning, if there is excitement in words, sadness, or anxiety on the face, then there is contradiction. These are the people who, life is great, but his body will slouch, his eyes will be tilted, and a slight smile will also be forced. During a Zoom meeting, if someone repeatedly adjusts the camera, suddenly there are connectivity problems. Or during a meeting, his eyes look at another screen of Google Calendar type repeatedly, understand he is trying to hide something. According to research from Boston University, human memory behaves differently when lying. If you repeatedly ask him the same question in different words, and each time there is a little difference, a little pause, a new story, or a suddenly nervous face, then this body language is the first alarm of lies. During high-pressure situations, such as interviews, police questioning, or corporate audit, the studied face muscles, especially the shrinkage of the forehead, the slight trembling of the lips, the quick breathing, or the rubbing of the neck, come out subconsciously. No matter how much trained the front is, these gestures are automatic and almost no one has control. Another big sign is unnecessary detail. People who lie often, especially if they are asked by conferring, "When did this happen?" He will tell very small things in his reply. "Then I picked up the blue pen and went under the AC and drank water. And then..." These non-causal details are the way to confuse your mind, to make the real fact disappear into a lie. Social media and texting have taken the world of lies to a different level. Catfishing, fake profiles, or manipulative dating that have gone viral in America is not just a matter of movies, but everyday reality. Here, you need to be digitally fluent. If a friend, partner, or budgie edit/delete the message frequently, change the context of the chat, or use more/less emoji very suddenly, all these are small clues that show mental distraction in preparing for a lie. Now the question is, amid all these clues, how do you sharpen your gut instinct? The easiest way is silent observation. Instead of reacting or interrupting more than necessary, keep calm and capture every micro move. Does that question repeat? Does he run away from that simplicity, not saying yes, no, but trying to rotate the topic or immediately counter a new question? Hi, there is also a feeling that the liar will look no more blissful, no bigger Bella guilty. He will feel disconnected, like his soul and his speak are just being mixed up from outside. It is also common for the American society to use humor defense mechanism to hide cultural guilt. That is, joke, meme, sarcasm on the awkward question, "Are you dating someone?" And the front immediately jokes, "Oh, you think anyone can date me?" Understand the alarm of hiding the real thing. The reasons may be casual, but if avoidance case sense is sharp, then the lie cannot be hidden. This script is not a theory, but based on actual biomedical and psychological science. The bigger the FBI lie detector courses, the stronger your eyes. In America's professional life, especially in immigration, legal matters, or company policy, lies are not just common conversations, sometimes survival instinct. In which state is the law strict? How does landlord not refund deposits? Did HR really forward your request, or is it just a time pass? There's a bit of lies and pretense and all sorts of things here. It's sometimes called white lie. But you don't know in which clear-cut story the question marks are hidden. In such a situation, you have to pay the main attention. Sudden changes or disagreements. If someone was talking to you very openly before, and as soon as the question with sensitive or core truth came up, his eyes bowed, hands suddenly tied, laughter disappeared, or suddenly the mouth is dry. In this case, the flow of the conversation will go, but gestures, eye contact, micro-expression will all go into the alert signal. There is a pro tip. When someone starts justifying every single statement while arguing over mistake or relationship talk, type issues saying again and again, "Trust, I'm telling the truth," or "If you were in my place, you would understand." So it should be understood that there is more emotional manipulation than logic. In U.S. culture, people often use silence or rapid topic switches to avoid uncomfortable things. When you hear uncomfortable feedback in a boss meeting, you suddenly pick up another file, irrelevant joke or weather, or friends listen to you on a serious relationship topic. By the way, you watched a new Netflix show? Change like, this is an intelligent attempt to avoid all the difficult questions. In digital times, you have to pay attention to micro breaks, pauses, and specific tones of the voice to recognize lies even in video/voice notes. Getting an eye on a video call, whether it's serious or not. However, if the camera is turned off frequently, the sound does not sound or feed suddenly. So imagine that the one in front wants to avoid something. There is common reaction in those who lie, overcompensation. Give extra explanation or unnecessary details on any direct matter, as if a true friend spoke, "I did that on time." Then the liar will tell a log of a minute. "Yes, I first took out that blue pen, then turned on the printer, went to get coffee in the middle." This pattern is part of the illusion trap of lies. Whether you are in America or anywhere, there is a golden rule effective. First, observe the normal baseline behavior of a person. His typical body language, manner of speaking, sense of humor. Imagine how he behaves without question and answer. Then, when there is a suspicious topic or a question comes up, what is the change from his baseline? This is the surest proof of his truth/falsehood. In real life, the American friend or budgie, if suddenly speaks small contradicting things about a plan, date, or family, or shows excessive belonging. You gotta trust me, I'm always honest with you, bro. So stop. Observe a little more. Lies run away from the difficult question and the extra assurance of every work, repeated justification, or the trial of changing the topic. There are attempts to hide the lie. Man is not a robot. Fear, insecurity, even under the pressure of cultural adjustment. But if Sharp becomes an observer, then the false thing can be caught in any period, culture, or situation. You just need patience, attention, and gut feeling. If you've ever really felt a lie in a group project, in an office team, in a classroom meeting, or in the local community, people here prefer to sugarcoat the truth or speak half-truths so that the atmosphere doesn't get bad. There's no hurt or benefit. But what the Machiavellian school says, the most powerful, does not become a victim of the emotions of the crowd, but rather learns to decode every trick, every lie. The easiest way is observation, patient and targeted questions. If a human repeatedly steals eyes, turns the talk, or throws the question back at you instead of the correct answer, you don't trust me? Or why are you even asking this? So, something is hidden inside. In real USA life, people often resort to silent treatment or passive aggression, such as a sudden silence on something awkward, not answering a message or call, or behaving in a group conversation as if nothing is heard. This is a sign that they are either uncomfortable or want to avoid the truth. The advanced method is to first identify the neural baseline of the front. Neural baseline means how is his habitual behavior in a stress-free state. Like a normal budgie always speaks with a high voice, with energy. But whenever he is asked a critical question, his voice becomes low, faint, or trembling. A direct sign that there is some fear, perhaps of hiding the truth or the fear of consequence. In the same professional setting, the boss or client's words are often politically correct. We'll think over it. Let me get back to you. Let's keep our options open. In the American environment, these lines are often the safe trick of not telling the direct truth. Rule: whenever you get a golden answer, don't assume you're winning, but think about how much hidden discord or lies it is. It is even more interesting in dating and relationships. Suppose someone is repeatedly demanding you to prove trust or loyalty, repeatedly insisting that I can never play with you, or honesty is everything for me. Then know whatever your truth has to be thrown into the story of ours or in the big constrictions, doubt is permissible. The truth does not need any testimony. It is glimpsed by its own vibe and behavior. America's high-trust organizations also know that recognizing lies is not just a surveillance system, but a human radar feeling. According to Harvard study, most effective detector is human intelligence sharpened by careful observation. That is, the more you can read the energetic presence, physical signals, and pattern of speech of the person in front, the more you can catch micro-untruths. Now come back to USA digital culture. Fake reviews, scam calls, email frauds, deep fake videos. If someone suddenly changes the flow of conversation on social media or in text, switches emoji frequently, uses unnecessary formal or very casual language, suddenly they are the trigger points of the digital lie detector. 1. Never ignore the gut gesture. On the inside, there is often a story hidden behind the surface of logic. 2. Digital trail, chatting, texting, sudden behavior switch in emails or Snapchat streak, withdrawal of signature line or nervousness in typos are the top clues of digital lies. 3. Kindness, but with caution. Instead of immediately exposing the human being every time, observe. Instead of interfering more, allow the patient to relax next, and then the truth comes out. 4. Experience is your greatest tool. The more people, the more pattern, the more you observe, the skill of catching clues in live life will automatically increase. This is the modern Machiavellian mantra. Keep your eyes, mind, and heart open, all three, because no matter where the truth is hidden in the world, from America's crowded corporate office to your own living room, the quick eye and sensible mind catch every lie somewhere. Remember, those who lie lose someday, but those who know the truth are always empowered, calm, and forward. Trust carefully and keep your inner radar aware in everything so that any trick in the world, whether face-to-face or behind the screen of the phone, can't escape your sense of humor.